the question a little bit reflects on a bit about what is my essence. And that's what I sort of bring to the journey. And I've always had a very strong connection to the earth and nature. I love adventure. I love exploration of the natural world. And I've also had sort of a strong rebellious streak against oppression and injustice and unfairness. And as you grow older, that rebellion, you try to learn grace, that rebellion, and therefore the power of storytelling, because you could sort of, through films or books or even narrative images, I could explore the things that mattered to me and do it with some grace, and still make a point. Even as a young girl, growing up in the 1960s and 70s, I wanted to play hockey, but girls weren't allowed to play hockey. And I wanted, women couldn't be police officers, we couldn't be firemen. By the time I was 5, I kind of knew that there was an injustice based on gender. And as I've grown up, I've seen that injustice can also be based on culture, race, sexual identity. And so I've always had a really sort of a consciousness around that, and wanting to know what my purpose could be. I put in a ripple that could bring about change in a positive, non-destructive way. These ideas permeate all aspects of my life, including the spiritual realm. I grew up in a Catholic home, but I never found meaning in the churches and synagogues and liturgy. For me, the idea that women were made from the rib of a man was offensive and biologically inaccurate, because we, of course, are all from our mother's wombs. So these ideas have matured in me into very passionate convictions about the need for spiritual equality. And what I've learned by spending so many years in nature, I really believe that the connection between the violence to women in the world and our relationships is very connected to the relationship that we have to the earth. Because before there was a Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, there was a maiden mother crone, and the earth was our mother. And that is a very ancient idea that still lingers deep in our cellular memory somewhere. When you spend a long time in nature, that is one of the things that wakes up in you, is this real reconnection to all things.